Hello, friend. Welcome to Step Forward with Terry Mullen. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been following along for a while, welcome back, and thank you so much for being here. I'm a mom to 4 adults, wife of 34 years, a midlife entrepreneur, and your confidence coach who transformed my own doubt into confidence to speak, write my book, start a podcast, and launch my own business. Now I empower other amazing women just like you to do the same. So lean in and learn how to crush that fear, amplify your voice, and build confidence to create your own impact and income. I'm here to encourage you and empower you every step of the way. Let's step forward. Good morning, friends. I love sitting here in the quiet of the morning behind my microphone with my cup of coffee talking to you. This is my favorite place to be. It just puts me in my happy place. I love making this connection with you, sharing my heart, my soul, my spirit, and hopefully making a difference in your life, or at least inspiring you and empowering you in some way. And what I want to talk about today is the power of connection. I think there's such a need for it, especially in our world today, right? What is connection? What is it? It's speaking, it's listening, it's the language of our soul and our spirit. And we do it when we sit and look at someone in the eye. We listen to what they're saying. We have empathy and understanding, and we have a shared experience. And I just believe in our world today, we've lost this art of connection. And I want to empower you because I think in a world that's dominated by digital interactions, genuine human connection has become increasingly more important and more valuable. It's needed more now than ever. If you're a coach or an entrepreneur, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And people need you. People need you just to show up and serve and love them and help them and connect with them in a deep and personal way. As a confidence coach for women, this is exactly what I do. I help you understand the power of connection. I help you rediscover who you are. I help you find your voice and use it to make an impact in your life and those of others. I help you in 2 ways. Number 1, I have a one-on-one coaching program, and this is my in-depth one-on-one coaching program that is personalized just for you to help you gain clarity and confidence and take courageous action towards your own personal professional goals. So whether you're starting a business like a coaching business or trying to create a course or write a book or navigate a significant life change or transition in your own life or just trying to figure out who you are and what's next, I have walked in these shoes and I know what it takes to step forward. And my goal is to help you get from point A to point B, and I have tools to help you do that. Number 2, I offer a group coaching program. This is my 6-week course called Speak, Unlock the Power of Your Voice, and it is designed for new and aspiring female entrepreneurs. This program focuses on building your confidence, helping you develop speaking skills, and learn to leverage the power of video and podcasting to grow your business so that you can captivate and connect with your ideal clients and have greater impact and income. Just like we're talking here today about the power of connection, I believe with everything in me, whether you're showing up on a video or speaking behind a microphone on a podcast like I am here today or in person, there's such a need to make a connection. And people need to get to know, like, and trust you. And these are the tools that I offer to help you do that, to grow your business. And it all starts by showing up and being your authentic self. So I'd love to meet you and help you step forward. I will put a link here in the show notes. If this is something that interests you, you can just click on that. I also do a 30-minute free strategy call to make sure this is a good fit for both of us. And I'd love to meet you and I'd love to help you step forward. So I hear so many people today being concerned about AI, right? I get it. I get kind of this overwhelmed with technology. I know it feels scary. I know at times it feels like it's completely taking over the world. I've struggled with it too, honestly. It feels like we live in the world of the Jetsons. Like, seriously, right? I know I'm dating myself, but I remember watching that cartoon when I was a kid. And if you think about it, Hanna-Barbera created that animated sitcom back in 1962. That was a year before I was born. Crazy, right? Now here we are, 2024, and our world looks kind of similar. The only thing we don't do is fly our own little car plane. Who knows? Maybe that's coming. But anyway, we have lots of robotics and automation, like Rosie the robot who helped with chores and the Jetsons home cleaning. Our homes and our workplaces are full of robotics and automation. We have computers and iPhones, and we even have robotic vacuum cleaners. We have AI. We have smartphones, smart home assistants, smart cars. We have smart apps, smart watches, smart thermostats, voice-activated devices, and even self-driving cars. We have video communications. We have Zoom, Google Meet, and FaceTime. So here we are. And rather than fight it or be afraid of it or be overwhelmed by it, there are ways you can use it to your advantage. As a writer, I hated ChatGPT when it first launched. I really did. But now I figured out how to use it for my advantage. I've figured out how to use it to edit and correct all the stupid typos I make. And if you follow me, you just know I make lots of typos. My brain is always just so much further ahead than actually what I'm doing. And I'm just notorious for making lots of typos. So there are ways to figure out how to use technology for our better good. But here's the caveat. The data shows that we are actually more lonely now than ever before. We live in a world of social media scrolling to be entertained, to escape our own life, and we can spend hours getting lost in other people's worlds, right? Hang with me for a bit because I think this is so important. Forbes actually came out with an article in January 2024, that said, as technology, particularly AI and automation, has advanced, there seems to be a growing desire for human contact and personal connection. This desire cuts through all the digital noise, revealing a fundamental human need that technology cannot fully satiate. Let that process and sit in your soul. So, if you ever wonder where you fit in as a coach, a mentor, a therapist, a teacher, a hairstylist, an entrepreneur of any kind, anyone in the service industry, listen to this data because, as the Forbes article said, the more technology we have, the more people will want to connect and come together. And the author of the article went on to say that he believes that in the age of technology, the future of selling is in human contact, not automation. Consumers today are willing to pay a premium to have this connection. So, hello, coaches. Pay attention. If you're even considering becoming a coach, think about it. People need you. People need you to make a difference in their lives. Technology is just a tool. It's not a replacement. And we all have to learn how to set boundaries with it, how to use it for our better good, but not get lost in that social media scroll. That's where the danger comes. Focus on how you can use technology for your business and in your personal life, and then focus on how you can connect with other humans. And I did an episode, I think it's episode 92, that I did with my friend Katie Jolly. We talk about setting boundaries with social media. I think it is imperative today. Okay? So I grew up as an entrepreneur. My grandfather was an incredible entrepreneur. I've spoken about him many times, and I've shared that on the podcast. I also wrote about him in my book, Step Forward. I learned so much from him. And I'm probably going to have to do another podcast on him because I just learned so much from him. He knew how to serve. He knew how to connect with his customers. He had his restaurant business for over 50 years. And people literally drove hundreds of miles, I'm not kidding, to just eat one of Barney's well-known steaks. But they also showed up just so that they could meet him, talk to him, and have that connection with him. Don't you just love his name, Barney? He had no middle name. His name was Barney Miller. And people literally came across the border from Canada to see him. It was just, I was always in awe of him, honestly. And he was a humble and simple man. I get emotional every time I talk about it. Anyway, I also helped my mom with her business. And she had a salon. I had a very profitable clientele of my own. I was a top color stylist. And I knew how to grow that business. I grew up from 0 to 6 figures. I've talked about that before. But I really knew how to serve others. That was kind of my magic sauce. And I was doing it without even really knowing. I've shared also that I thought I wanted to be a doctor, went away to college. I dropped out of college. But what I learned was that I was helping people with their soul. I was helping them on the inside. And I was helping them feel good about themselves. I was helping them believe in themselves. I was a coach long before I was even a coach. I didn't even know I was doing that. But that's just a gift I know that I have and had. And I've really been thinking about what that all taught me. It taught me to connect and communicate with other human beings and to make them feel great about themselves, to help them see the best part of themselves, right? It was building rapport. And what is rapport? It's compatibility, it's empathy, it's harmony, it's relationship, it's togetherness. And conversation is rapport. Using your voice to communicate and connect with another human being is rapport. And it remains a timeless skill in our world that is overpowered by screens and devices and technology. Please hear me. There's such a need for this. Regardless of the professional setting you have or personal interactions, understanding communication and how to connect with a human being is so important. It builds trust, it creates impact, and it really can make a difference in someone else's life. And it's highly needed as a coach. And it's what I teach. So creating connection can be learned. Learning to speak is a skill you can learn. Good leaders connect. Good leaders do it effectively. Good leaders influence. Good leaders help others grow individually and professionally and in our community. I love what John Maxwell says. He said in his book, Becoming a Person of Influence, connection is critical if you want to influence people in a very positive way. When you navigate for others, and when you advocate for others, those are my words, you come alongside someone. You travel their road for a while, helping them handle some of the obstacles and difficulty in their own life. When you connect with them, you're also asking them to come alongside you and travel your road, and there's a mutual benefit. Does that make sense? I know I kind of stumbled through that, but it's such a powerful statement, isn't it? If we can just pause a moment and realize that when we walk along the road with someone else, they are also walking along the road with us. There's a mutual connection. So there is a difference in connecting and understanding the art of connection. Social media and technology have made this skill quite easy to connect on a surface level, but the art of connecting with another human, as in coaching and developing a relationship on deeper levels, is a whole different thing, right? Personal connection is listening and understanding. And I think about what I did as a hairstylist, right? And as a coach, hairstylists spend hours in close proximity to their clients, right? Building trust, understanding their needs and desires, being able to express and communicate back what that person is saying, how they want to have their hair, or even what they're sharing in their own personal lives. I used to say I have 1,000 secrets, right? It's true. You become a confidant. You hear about their personal challenges. You hear about their triumphs. You hear about their celebrations and their joys. Often that's why they're there. They're preparing for a celebration. And you hear about their aspirations. Similarly, life coaches are trained to actively listen, to empathize, and to provide a safe space for clients to explore their thoughts and their feelings. So active listening is really important. It's hearing beyond words. It's focusing on understanding the underlying emotion and really reading someone's body language and their voice and really listening to what they're saying. It's also providing undivided attention, right? It's not being distracted by our computer or our iPhone. It's sitting and looking at someone in the eye, really engaging and paying attention to what they're telling you. It's also having empathy. It's putting yourself in that person's shoes. It's having insight, asking open-ended questions. It's being curious and engaging. And as a coach, this is a very, very important skill to have. You can learn it, but the goal is to help someone else move forward. It's to build their trust, to provide that safe environment, to allow them to be able to open up and share who they are and what their deepest desires are for their life. Number 2, connection is it's helping someone have a transformation and it's empowering them. As a hairstylist, there was a very powerful transformation that would happen on someone's appearance, right? Changing their color, changing their hairstyle with a cut, whatever you were doing, it significantly boosted someone's confidence and self-esteem. I saw it immediately. When you make a difference and change someone on the outside, you're also changing them on the inside. And that process also mirrors the work that we do as a coach. When you're helping a client uncover their potential and helping them make changes externally, you're helping them change internally. It's empowering someone to feel good about themselves, to believe in themselves, and to take control of their life and to step forward. I think back to those moments. It just would be such satisfaction to see someone change from the time they sat in my chair when they first arrived to when they left and feel so good and just give me a hug and thank me. So absolutely rewarding. I loved it. It drove me. It was my entire goal and purpose. Yes, I was skilled at color and I loved all the challenging color parts, but most importantly, I loved making someone feel good about themselves. That was my goal. And as a coach, you really do the same thing. You connect with people on a deeper level, and you're helping them uncover their potential and helping them feel good about themselves. So the third thing that connection does and it builds relationships and trust. When you establish a strong rapport, you're building trust. It's the foundation for everything. As an entrepreneur, as a coach, when you build trust, you are building a stronger relationship. You allow them to open up and to connect with the deepest part of themselves. And there becomes this collaboration, like what John Maxwell said. When you ask someone to walk along the path with you, you also walk along the path with them. There's empathy, there's support, and there's a positive and lasting impact that you're making, right? I just want to empower you with that today because I think there's such a strong need for connection. It's what I do. I teach you. It's a skill that you can learn. You can learn to speak. You can learn to listen. You can learn to show up and be an amazing coach. And this applies to your own life, even if you're not a coach. How do you make that connection with those that you love in your life? How can you sit and listen with more empathy? How can you put away your smartphone, your phone at night? How can you go on a date and really have that connection and sit across the table with someone, really look at their eyes, really listen to their voice, ask open-ended questions, get curious about what's happening in their life, and be present. It matters. More than ever, people need people. And I'm here to empower you and help you step forward. I'm also here to help you feel seen and heard and loved and valued and reminded that you belong. Let's step forward one step at a time. May God continue to bless you. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening in and for being here. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your life, something that will help you step forward, to be audacious, to be bold and brave, and step forward with those goals that you have. And if you need a little help, I'm here to help you. We can devise a plan that can help you move forward and be confident on camera or behind a microphone and grow your business by being authentically you. I'd love it if you could just take a few moments and leave a review. It's how I know that people are listening in and it's helping someone out there. So at the end of this podcast, just click those 5 stars and leave a review. All right, have an amazing day. God bless. Until we meet again.